Welcome to Panatic TV, where everything is panning out. That's why they call me the cat pans, the one who spreads his wings and flies with his AC energy, looking for the DC connection so he can make the roundabouts with the spirit heaven. So if you understood any of that, let's get on to the next piece of action. It's all about 1, 2, and 5, memory. 1, 2, 5, and 1, 2, 6, memory for one angel, 5 and 1. The ace hole is in the center. We went over that in the last video, and I can probably go over it a lot more. I'd love to bring this out. I'd like to say it like Mr. Catty does and show you all the beautiful numbers in their positions so they can pan out so you can really see the whole story. 1, 2, 6. I will come out with a 1, 2, 6 story and explain exactly how 1, 2, 0, 201, 210. The darts from 1 to 20 equals 210, which is equal to 216, which is 9 times 24. The 24 hours a day of man in a 9-day cycle of 1 day of the reconnection of the link. Remember a tire. Here's an object. It is totally whatever it is, but this object has no value until it goes all the way around. By the time this turns all the way around from the position that it is, it went 1 position into the 2 position on 1/2 of 180 and into the 3 position. And that's all the way around. 1, 2, 3. The full cycle of 360 degrees. Now, if you live on the first floor and don't need to go to any other floors, you go to the next room. You go from one room to the next. But if you need to go to a room on another floor, we go up or we go down. 1, 4, 7, 10. 2, 5, 8, 11. 3, 6, 9, 12. Now the question is, why are we always coming back to the same floor every 3 steps? I'm not going to get into that. What I am going to get into right now is ABBA and M. What happens is N and N come together. When they come together, they create an M. There's a line going up, but what it does is it brings the corner of 1 and the corner of 3 to come together and play, instead of in B, which is in between 1 and 3, it plays E. Now, these were both red, between 1 and 3 red. Now, what is below 1 is 4. What is below 3 is 6. And now E is 5. 1 comes into E. 3 comes into E through B because it takes B. And I'm going to try to look at in this video how I can show you what B looks like and the swastika bringing us to the E level. Now, I did something right here, and it's very simple. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 equals 1 and 2. Put 1 to the left, put 1 to the right, put yourself in the center, you get 1, 2, and 2, 1. These are the only 2 numbers that can recreate something that no other number could. 11. Both ways, 1 and 2 will create 12. 11. 11 will create with 1, 12. With 2, it'll create 13. Bar mitzvah and bat mitzvah together, 1 and 4 are the 4 corners of the talit, and the 1 goes in the center, bringing everything together for one life and one spirit and one light. As a 12, 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 equals to 2 and 3 equals to 5. As 12, 2 and 12 is 14, 3 and 12 is 15. 15 and 14 are the first numbers in pi, 14 and 15. If you add 1 and 4 equals 5. If you add 1 and 5, it equals 6. 5 and 6. But if you add the 14 to 15, it equals to 29. The first numbers in pi are 3.14159265 from 15 and 16. I didn't mark it down here, but it's still there. Are you following what I said? 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 is 1 and 2. 1 plus the 11, and this is the K star because the 1 goes both ways. There is no other that can go both ways in the K star. And what the K does is it shows a 1 on the left and a 1 on the right and 2 V sections. Those are Roman numerals, 5 and 5. Whichever way you want to put them is depending on what the elevator looks like. The door is open, the door is closed, it is in between. Coming from the top and the left, coming from the top and the bottom. Here's your 4 and 6 on each side. 4, 5, and 6, the Federation member. M-E-M-B-E-R. Why? Because 9 is an ace hole. In the 9, okay, can I find 1, 9? Do I have 1, 9 over here? I'll try and do this quick. These are long, long, long videos. Here's 9. There's 4 upper, and there's 4 lower, and there's 5 in between. 4 and 4 is 8, and the 5 in between is 13. Without the hole, without the light, there is only 12. The female bar mitzvah, the bat mitzvah, comes about because here's the V for life on one side, and here's the V on the other side. Here's your K, and here's your K. She brings in the light. She brings in the pregnancy. She has the light within her. She is 12. She holds the 1 for 13. Man needs to plug 12 in order to create the 5. 4, 5, 4 is 29, 28, 58. That is the sun. 5 by 8, 58 is in the center world, 2, 5, and 8. Now, we understood the way we went into pi. Now I'm going to finish with pi before I go back to those numbers. 3.14, 15, 92, 65, 35, and 9. Here's the numbers I just showed you. Let me see. Here's the numbers I just showed you. Let me hold this up. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1, we put them together as 11. We added at 1, we get 12. We added at 2, we get 13. We put it together, we get 14. We bring it over here to 12. 12 and 2 is 14. 12 and 3 is 15. Now I'm going to show you which is the book. This is the book. Here's your 14 and 15. 29, 29. 6, 5, 3. 3 by 3 is your 9. 2 by 3 is your 6. 3 and 5 comes from the left side, S&P, standards and poor, spatial. 1, 4, 7. And here's your rotation of pi for the first 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 numbers. 1 gets 6, 3, and 9. 3 and 1 equals to 4. 13 equals to 4. 13 world. 1 and 9 is the 10 world. 6 and 1 is the 7 world. 4 and 3 is the 7 world. 4 and 6 is the 10. 4 and 9 is the 13. 9 and 4 is Uranus, and it is Pluto and Mars, which equals to Earth and man, because it's changed in low shu. We come back to 1, it's 6, 9, and 3. We come to 5. When you get the 5, it's 2, 5, and 8. 5 and 2 is 7. 5 and 5 is 10. 8 and 5 is 13, and remains in the center of the telephone in the same position. This one transfers over from left to right. This one transfers over, see from left to right. This one transfers over. The first 3 are 6, 9, 3, 3, 6, 9, 6, 9, 3. 15 equals 6. 24 equals 6. And 15 equals 6. Now we have 2, 5, and 8. 15 equals 6. Now we have 9 that comes into position. 9 is minus 2 and plus 7. Minus 2 equals to 7, plus 7 equals to 16, bringing in the light. This splits the Venus world. Don't forget, 9 gets 3 areas, 8 gets 4 areas. Why? For memory. 2, 5, and 8 go in the center. 8 gets divided up twice. 9 comes into the center area and gets divided up 4 times. 2.25. 15 times 15, because 5 is divided by 4. Everything meets at the butterfly. We come to 2, 5, 8, and 2, 7, 10, and 13. 2 and 2 is 4, 1 and 3 is 4. 22, bust for life. 6, 1, 4, and 7. So we had it twice. 1, 4, 7 here at 6, and 9, 1, 4, and 7. Everything else except 3, 6, 9 will always bring in 1, 4, 7, 12, Aleph. 1, 4, 7, Aleph. 1 only exists in 5. 1 exists in 5 because that's where the ace hole plays. Inside the 5 and inside the 9 is the ace hole. The 3 card, okay, shows you position, and the 3 dice shows you position. So 3, 6, 9 once, 3, 6, 9 twice, 3, 6, 9 3 times, 4 of them. So in 11, the first 11 numbers, you have 1, 4, 7, 1, 4, 7, 1, 4, 7, 1, 4, 7. You have 2, 5, 8 once, 2, 5, 8 twice, 2, 5, 8 3 times, 2, 5, 8 4 times. You have 3, 6, 9 once, 3, 6, 9 twice, 3, 6, 9 3 times. So we have 3 times, 4 times, and 4 times, 3, 4, 3. And if I understand my way, I think it's 7 times 7 times 7 times 7, or 9 times 9 times 9 times 9, which will make that number. So is there a rotation inside of pi? Well, here's your rotation. Now the question is, you can question that rotation. Big deal. Big deal. So this is what it is. What does it mean? It just means that this is what it creates, because if you're talking about 101 is my goal here. 101, I stem everything off of 101. To the left of 1010 and to the right of 10, 10. To the left of 10, you equal to 7. To the right of 10, you equal to 13. The question is why? Because 7, 10, and 13 are here. 1, 4, 7, 10, 13, 16, 19. You start at 7, the 7th gate. Then you go to 10, which is referring back to 1. 1 plays from the 5 position, and then 13, which goes to 4. This is all from the spirit side, all from the Aleph side. That's number 1, okay? Have you ever seen this shape before? Okay, which is inside of the Magen David. It's the top part of a dart. Have you ever seen what a dart looks like? Well, that's the top part of the dart. So this is my stint on pi. Pi begins with 3.1, but if you go to the left, it's 2.9. So the other end of pi is 2.9. The beginning of pi is 3.1. So we have to go to the part of pi that is creation, 3.0. 3.0 will equal 36. The first time we get 6 is here. This is reality before pi can begin. It must go here. It would be 3.65359. And that would be the end of pi. There is no more pi. 9 and 5 is 14. 6 and 5 is 11. Inside 535. Inside here is 8. Inside here is 1. Inside here is 8. 818 is A and H. And that's the whole family that we need. 2 and 7. And we're not going to go to that. There was another thing I wanted to show you. Okay, but I don't know if we should go there yet. And it has to do with 7, 8, 9. 7 is 0 and 9. 0 plus 7 is 7. 9 and 7 is 16. 1 and 6 is 7. 0 will become 6. The spirit of 67 is because 7 goes nowhere. 6 lives in the light of 7. 1 and 6 are the only 7 you have. Everything else is duplicated. And the point is proven on this dice where 1 does not duplicate the 6. 2, 8. 8 minus 2, 8 minus 1 will now be 7. 8 plus 8 will be 16. And now we have 1 and 6, which is the light again. Then we have 9. 9 minus 2 is 7. 9 plus 7 is 16. We have the light. 9 times 7 is 63. 8 times 8 is 64. 127. 127. AB. 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 73 is Nibiru. AB that I just showed you from 789 is 012 or 210. Add up 1 to 20. It's 210. Add up 1 to 15. It's 120. Now I'm going to show you something, if I can find it in my book quick enough, or should I just upload this and upload a new video? I'm going to look for it in my book and see where we should go next. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff to go over, especially when the Mayan count is 25,625. See the 8 over here that's designed? It's an automatic design. And the 8 over here, this is 25,625. 41 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. 25. I put here 257, 725. This is your 6. You need to link 2 of these that link on top of each other. It's hard to express. It's hard to explain the entirety of what it is. Your 5 upside down in Roman numerals on top of 11. What things do, because everything has their own reality. You play pool, you have one of these underneath the 6 or the 9, showing whether it's a 6 or a 9. The Q letter, okay, is actually a C next to an L. When you put C next to L, it creates Q. It's not a 0. The 0 is only created because 11 and 11 came together. North-south 11, east-west 11. And the north-south is where the ducks come in. Remember the ducks. Should I keep you on here? Let's stay on this video. I don't want to go to another video yet. I want to see if we can find... You do know the ducks, right? You see this duck here? It's 2 feet? This is the swastika. This is the swastika. Look, another duck. These are swastikas. Look, they look like pinballs, right? This is swastika in low shoe and in numbers. The duck went for a walk. I put feet on the duck. Here's the duck again. This is how. We must have pairs. 2 by 2, 2 by 2. 2 empty here and 2 here. We're going to show. I don't want to do this right now. I'm all over the place again. Oh, my God. Chaldean. When you take Chaldean and you put the vowels inside Chaldean for low shoe reverse, okay, the U okay, which is number 21, okay, the U. I'm just trying to remember low shu or numbers. Yes, just let me think. There is no number 9, okay? There is no number 9, but in Chaldean, okay, in Chaldean, the U becomes number 9 in Chaldean. Hold on a second. I'm going to have to take a breather on this. How did we get, there's no U. There's no U. Why is there no U? There's no 9 position. There's no 9 position in Chaldean. This has gotten barred in Chaldean. Therefore, the I that ends up in the 9th position can no longer be here. The I in Chaldean is now moved to the 8th position because the 9th position is barred. There is no U in Chaldean. Let me look, or should I just stop now? The U is inside the 6th position. Okay. The U is inside the 6th position. Okay. Just want to show you what happens. That I just understood that. In Chaldean, this is the 6th position. But it's barred. Okay. It's barred. Chaldean does not have a 9th position. But in Lo Shu, this becomes the 6th. The 9 is here. So either we're barring this position here, or we're barring this position here. If we bar the 6, we bar the 6 in the 9th position. We do not have a U. In fact, we don't have a U. We don't have a U. We don't have a V. And we don't have a W. We don't have any of these 3, the 21st, the 22nd, and 23rd. A total of 66 out of the alphabet disappears. Take away 66 from 351. You will have 285. 285 plus 6, 291 plus 60 is 351. 258 means there is no division 258 between 147 and 369 because of Lo Shu, if you're following me on that. Do you see number 120? A, I, Q, Y, Z. A and I are both under 10, 60 each, 120. B is under 10, 60. C and G, they're under 10, yes? That means if they're under 10, they only have a single digit. Everything that has a single digit will get 03 or 30 to it. Because the E is after the C, okay, we need to put something before the C to have 3 positions for balance. So we give it 120. There's a total of 120, 180, 300, 360, 460, 480, 540, 546, the Federation. If we had a number 9, the number 9, the I, which is normally in the 9th position, is now in the 1th position because there is no 9th position. What was normally in the 9th position would add to 90. And since there is no 9, the 351 alphabet, okay, the 351 alphabet will now be 261, 216. Now I'm going to show you in the swastika how we get that 216. I'm going to find out which here. Here is your 1 and 2. Okay, here is your 1 and 2. Your 1 and 2 goes with the 5 in the center. 1, 2, 5, 8, 9. But it's 5, 8, 9, and it's 1, 2, 5. 5, 1, 2 is your memory. 5, 8, 9 is because we pass through the 5 hole and we live 589. 9 and 8 is the heaven of birth. 5, I don't know what you want to call 5, but it's the A and E world. A and E, however you want to look at A and E, okay, but the A is the angel, electronic angel transmission is 8 and 9. 8 and 9 minus 2 from 9 is 7. Minus 1 is 8. 1, 2, 8, 9. What's missing over here? 365, 47. Christ and the day of man, 365 days, which is 366 days, because A and E play from the same ace position, it becomes 3, 6, 6, 4, 7, or 7, 4. Inside 1 and 2 over here, what if we turned it this way? This 1 and 2 would be 3 and 6. 3 and 1 is 4, 6 and 2 is 8. This becomes 89. Inside this position, which was once 4 and 7, this becomes 12 is 3, this becomes 16 is 7, this becomes 3 and 7. Is 10 becomes 16, becomes 7 again. Do you understand? Are you following? You like my little pinball machines? but they're not pinball machines. Okay, this is 4-3 crossing through. You see this design over here in the center? I'm going to show you something on my floor. Take a look into the floor over there. Can you see on the left-hand side of that design right over here? Those are them. Okay, that's how the spirit connects into the center and comes over to the 369. 369 is every yellow you see on the right-hand side of those squares. Okay, I'm getting part of my floor done over here. All this floor is being done by calculated measurements from games people play. I wanted to bring out another number. There's lots of numbers, lots and lots of numbers. I want to show you one piece. I know I might be all over the place, but this is what happens to 8. There's the upper floor and the lower floor. There is no in-between floor. That's the reception hall. The top floor delivers to the second floor that goes to the lower floor, which takes 3 from the left to bring it over to the right. Through the upper and lower floor, we don't need the light. The light gets delivered to the right side, and somehow whatever influx it is from the left side. Here's your H across. You see the H and I? The I is what divides everything. 2 sides. This is where 5 comes in. 5 goes down to 8, becomes 40, 53, electric company. 5 by 8 is 40. 5 plus 8 is 13, 53. What's on this side? On this side over here, because of the roulette wheel, the totality is 1 in this side, okay, and 34, which is 7 on the side. 34 and 1 is 35. Standards & Poor, S&P, Spirit Pilot Light, the helper light. Here's your 8. You only need 2 times 4, which equals the 8, to come into 369. Incoming 8, 2 and 6. Outgoing, incoming and outgoing, 2 and 6. Man is 6, but he needs Venus to live because he needs the earth and he needs the communication. 2 levels of no life. Life lives in the 9 lives of the cat. 10 has to be understood that nothing moves. 110 becomes 10, becomes 16. Your K is your K star. Here's your passage. Here's your 5 on one side, your 5 on the other side, the 22nd letter. 44 plus 11 is 55, or the spirit of 76, because 7 times 6, 7 plus 6 is 13 and 42, in which 42 is a representation of 35, because the 3 has a dot in the center. It's actually a 2. The 5 has a dot in the center. It's actually a 4. So 4 and 1 and 2 and 1 equal to your 35 standards and pours. A, E, and O, which plays in the center, is 150 or Ford 150. Floors 1, 4, 7, and 10. Height versus width. When you come to a floor, you have 8 feet on your floor and as much as 12 with the in-between floors. But the bandwidth is different. So the bandwidth has to do with the communication center. Bandwidth, height is 8, bandwidth. ID, time heaven, DNA from the beta world. Baba, Abba, and Baba, 1, 2, 2, 1. It's all about 1, 2, 1 and 2 meet in the 5 position. That is the 0 hole, because that's where everybody meets. It's standard. X marks the spot. X and O marks the spot right over there. 1, 2, 0. 1, 2, 0 will equal to 1, 2, 6. 216, 9 days by 24 hours equals to 216. And then we can do it as 6, 1, and 3. 6 days, 1 day, 3 days at 16 hours. And 6 days, 1 day, and 3 days at 8 hours. You get 144 plus 72. 144 awake, 72 asleep. 216 plus the 24 hours for the linkage of God equals to your 240 hours for a 10-day period, twice a month for 18 months, 360 degrees, leaving out 5.25 days, which is 21 quarters. There's 19 quarters left, which are on each side of New York and Kentucky of free parking in Monopoly. What I do is I link every single game, hockey, baseball, sports museums and centers, shirts, skates, ice, water, sand, elements, astrology, astronomy. How we score points. Do we get a touchdown? Can we get, what's the most points we can get in a row in baseball? That's 4. What can we get in football? That's 6. What can we get in basketball? That's 3. What can we get in soccer? And what's the lowest scoring game in soccer is 90 minutes, and that's creation. That's 1 plus the assist. It's almost the same as hockey, I'm assuming. We get a red flag and a yellow flag. Talking about the Suns in soccer. There is a little bit more I wanted to bring out over here. Chaldean numbers. Chaldean in low shu. Chaldean numbers is the AC cat lives in creation in low shu, number 3. If this was in regular numbers, okay, this position over here would usually be this position over here. But this position is now barred because the 9th position in low shu is barred. Here's the position that's barred right here. This is the 9th position that's barred inside of Chaldean. Chaldean low shu. 41, 51, 41. 92 birth, 92 birth. This will end up to equal 9. This will equal to 11. This will equal to 9. This will equal to 11. 1 and 1 is 2. 9, 2, 11. 9, 2, 11. 11, 11. This position normally should be, this position is normally here. This position is normally here. We have over here Nibiru, the cube. Area 51 stands over here. Why does 51 stand here? Because in Chaldean, the 5, E and H, he, hen, henex. 8 and 5 is 13, and 14 is 27 and 24. 27 is 3 by 6, and 3 plus 6 is 27. And what do we get? We get X is birth. Why is X birth? It's EX birth. Hashem is right here. Hashem is right here because inside the H is an A. Unless we're speaking French, then we have to go different. 120 at the most, 120 at the most, 120 at the most, 126, 126, 126. Take away the spirit, that's 125 becomes memory. Add the spirit back in, it becomes 126 or 216. T, we add 6 becomes 66 because the T is inside of here. T and D come together. DMT. Inside here, we get 6 for 120, but the J is inside here is the 10th letter. Add 6 becomes 126. That becomes the spirit with inside. Everything that adds 6, you add the spirit inside. We're not going to add the 120, becomes 161. Inside of 3, we get the creation light. This one is under 60. Under 10. It's a 2. The letter B becomes 31. The AC power. These are just the Chaldean numbers. This has nothing to do with anything else but position of Chaldean. Inside of the heaven is the light of creation. 60 and 22 is 82. 82 is time heaven, T and H, or Bethlehem. 62, 60, and 22 equals to 82. We're not going to add the 6 here, but we could add it. It becomes 88. This becomes 97, and 6 is 103. That's Mercury, becomes 163. 163. We have the football score. We have the laws of Moses, which stick in here. 161 becomes the light. 161 plus 6 is 167. 167, inside 1 and 6 is the light. Inside 7 is the 6. So this is the way we do it over here. Inside 7, we have Oz. Oz is 41. DNA, Oz. We have 2 times cycles. 31 over here. Do we have 31 anywhere else? 13, 23, 33, 37. I think we have 41 twice, right? Yes. Under 3 and under 7, we have 41. They both create 99. That's Nibiru. Nibiru Jupiter is in here. Nibiru Jupiter comes with Mercury and Mars. If you change it to Chaldean, it reverts. If you change this to Chaldean, it becomes Mercury and Mars, or it becomes Earth and Mars, or Earth, Mars, and Mercury. Counted for 3 moons. AC-DC communication. So we went through quite a bit over here. There was one last thing I wanted to mention, and that's time. Time stops at 9:15. Why? We must not stop the clock on 0. We work by 45s. We have to go on this side of 2 or on this side of 2. 258 in the center does not exist. Okay? It's a passage. So since it's a passage, we cannot stop time on midnight. We have to go 15 minutes after 1/4. It's 3/4 and 1/4. 45 degrees, 135 degrees. 135 degrees says ace position. So the clock stops on 9:15, and at the most it's 9:59, because for the rest of the day, it's double digits. It's 10 and above, 10 all the way to 24. 10 and 24 is 34. 6 by 4, 6 plus 4 is 10, and 24 equals to X and X in Roman numerals and regular letters inside the English alphabet. When we get to 6:15, it's 375 minutes. and this is the position that everything moves, right here, 6:15. This is the position mover. 4 times 375 equals to 15. Times 4 equals to the 60 minutes equals to 100, because here we're working in 60 minutes, and a 60-minute clock is equal to 100. 15 minutes is a quarter, 30 minutes is a half, 45 minutes is 75 cents, and the whole bucket. So by the time we get to 6:15, okay, how many quarters do we have? We have 24 quarters, 25 quarters. 25 quarters is $6.25. 625. The number 6 equals to 52. The heart equals to 52. And Earth equals to 52. 06 becomes 66. And 15 is 7681. And this is a representation of Venus, the bad cat. 1, 2, 4. There's probably a whole lot more that I did not talk about. I just want to remind you of numbers in regular numbers. 3 and 6 get the first quarter. The second quarter, okay, go to 6 and 9. The third quarter, and I'm including the center. The third quarter gets 4 and 7, 3 quarters. 6 and 8, 4, 7, time of Christ, gets 6 and 8. And the last quarter gets 1 and 4, the birth. The birth is in the last quarter. So obviously we must stop here, and creation of 6 becomes the second quarter. This becomes the first quarter before midnight. And then after midnight, you have creation of 6. Then after you get to first quarter, second quarter, this becomes the third quarter. This becomes the fourth quarter when everything is whole, and we have 7 by 4, 28 moon. 7 plus 4 is 11. 7 plus 4 is 11. 7 times 4 is 28. 28 and 11 is 39. Now, if we went 39 and 47, it'd be 86. Communication, the opposition of the cat, because man's got the cat in his head. 74 and 39 equals to 113. When you add from 1 to 13 in cards, you get 91 spirit. 113, a totality, okay, is 131, which is the AC energy, and it all comes out of this, the timer, right here. Aldous Huxley mentioned epsilon and some other epsilon. Why? Because the alphabet, okay, has the before and after. It's L, M, N, X, S. We have B, C, D, G, P, T, and all these are where the E is before and where the E is after. 1 and 5 is 6. 5 and 4, we told you, we have to start on a quarter. 1 and 5 is 6 on the first quarter, and then the remaining 3 quarters is 5 and 4 is 9. This becomes 11, this becomes 29, this equals to your 40. And that's your blue world of fire. 19 and 41 equals to 60 on the birth clock. 28 is the moon to the 38 gateway, equals to 60 in the gateway. 19 and 41, 28 and 32. And there's a lot more calculations to do in this. One other calculation is the Loshu, switch, swastika, and vowels. Now, we're not going to get into this right now because I don't remember what it is. All I know is it says time and space, 484, time and space of creation. 173, the spirit in the wings of Nibiru, the gateway. Here's your 113. Again, it's KC, Kansas City, and all those tornadoes. Okay? This one over here is the heart and earth. 5 times 2, 5 plus 2 is 10 and 7 equals 167. The light within the 7th gate, the spirit of 76. Now, I know I left out a few measures, and I know it's a little complicated. I wanted to get back and show you how 120 works, okay? But I'm going to do that in the next video. For whoever makes it to here, I just remembered where it was, 120. I'm going to show you where 120 is on this. 1, 2, and 0 on this. Because there is no 7 on here, it becomes the 0. 6 and 1. Here is your 6, here is your 1. That is your 0 because it meets in the center at 2.5 plus 1. 2.5 plus 1, 6 minus 2.5 equals 3.5. 3.5 stands and Poor Electric Company, and it's 147 that connects with 369, and it makes everything work under the roof of 2, 5, and 8, which is perfect in its own because 2, 5, and 8 will make all 3 worlds of 7, 10, and 13. Raphael, 7286, and a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching. Have a nice night. One thing I want to say is that Ireland. Oh my God, so many views. Wow, fantastic. Sweden. There was one other place also I wanted to take a look where it was, and I have to mention this. Let me take a look over here in Analytics, and I wanted to mention this for the longest time. Just give me a second. Just 1 second. It'll be a second more. Where do I go? Okay, I got to go to views, and yes, it's just amazing that in my geography views, Sweden and Ireland. I'm really surprised. Sweden and Ireland. I mean, that tells me a lot. I already see. Okay, I see already. Ireland, Irish. The club. Do you know what happened to the club? They put a sheath over it. They put the spade and they wrap the club up in a spade. You can't see it. It's operational in the body. Ireland becomes Taurus. India, Germany, Mexico, Cyprus, Australia, Morocco, Saudi Arabia, Philippines, Romania, Brazil, Thailand, Netherlands, Malaysia, Greece, Italy, France, Turkey, Spain, Denmark. And I'm going to give you something just at the end here. My mouse is not working. Taiwan, Vietnam, Czech Republic, Lithuania, Bahrain, Afghanistan, almost Pakistan. And in reality, I'm only getting 3,000 views a month. So, you know, it's not that much. But I really appreciate, especially the time you're putting in. It's a very difficult to understand. And I'm putting it out again that I share my work for whatever it stands for, because if I do not share this work, whatever questions somebody might have, somebody out of the millions of people, although not viewed at all yet, but somebody might have one question and somebody out there might have the answer, because it's all of us. The money is worth, I'm sorry, this is what the money is worth. No matter how much we want it or how much we need it, if we mismanage it, it has no value at all. But the money is not this, it's this. And this is not the prayer, this is the love. You have anybody shake a hand? Look at that. One hand goes the opposite the other way. We shake a hand. We shake a hand. How things go opposite because they come together that way. Raphael, 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. In the Hebrew, they say pay none, right? This is why they pay none. L, the letter, when you put them together, okay, it encompasses what's in the center, the love of the spirit. Pay none is because you pay 9 within the spirit. The below world and the above world, L and L comes together. She is the passes in storage. Oh, the last thing I wanted to mention is that the memory is stored in the ear, in the left ear. Aleph, L, none. The none letter in Hebrew. The ear storage is tapped out in the ear, 4, 5, and 6. I just figured that out tonight. Lamed, left and right ear, 39 right, 35 left. Yod makes up the 44 space. 15 and 8. 15 and 8, 3 by 5, 3 plus 5, 15 and 8. The 15 ball and the black ball equals 6, equals 11 and 8. 19, the spirit of heaven. This one, 15 plus 8 is 23, 58. But 53 and 23 is 78, the gateway. 39 and 27 and 12 equals to 78, the gateway. This reverse to this one, left and right, become equal. The gateway is not in anything to do with the brain, but is read through the ear, the heart, and your sexual organs. Raphael, 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. Thank you again. Thank you very much. Thank you all for being here. I'm not getting enough comments. It's a little bothersome. I'm getting a huge amount of likes, but I just one more last thing. Inside a Chaldean low shoe, look where your vowels are. E is in the center. O is in the 6th position or in the 7th position. O gets the gateway. 6th letter gets the gateway of 7. A and I, artificial intelligence, plays the passage of H. H-E-O. O-E-H. I'm not even sure which way to look at it, but there ain't no U, there ain't no W, and there ain't no V. There ain't no V in 9, there ain't no creation in 9, there ain't no nothing in 9. Everything comes out of the 5 hole. And the I plays right over here because it's the eye of all. Thank you for watching. Oh, yes, yes, yes. There was one other thing. We're going to leave it alone. We're going to leave it alone. I'm going to show you after how 120 and ABC come together. Thank you.